So this is part two of what I was talking about earlier. Just a quick recap. I'm piggybacking off of Tori Bay's video in which she asked the question, "What is a Christian?" And then I'm taking it in my own direction, as you've seen in part one. I recommend that you go back and you look at part one, because if you're going to deconstruct, you need to begin to deconstruct essentially what you believe a Christian is and what you believe God is. I began talking about the fact that, yes, as I've always admitted, I am a person with extra sensory skill set. Believe it, don't. I really don't care. I'm not selling it to you. Um, what I wanted to say is that, as I have always said, I don't know what Christians are worshiping. What Christians fail to do is to evaluate who and what they think God is and where that comes from. Who They don't go through the process of who taught you what you know, i.e., the classic question that people finally pick up in colleges: how do you know what you know? Why do you know what you know? And who told you that? Okay. And so Christians fail to go through that because Christians are created through indoctrination, unfortunately. And so they're not taught. And there are some churches who teach critical thinking, but in large part, they are not taught to critically think about the information that they are taking in. They are taught and instilled with terror. Basically, they're afraid of going to hell, so they do not question what they're told, because there's a possibility, which is insinuated, is that if you fail to accept what you're being taught, you could go to hell and suffer eternal conscious torment. And even eternal conscious torment and its use in Christianity needs to be unpacked and evaluated for its efficacy, because to make a decision based on fear, when that fear goes, the decision probably to worship God or whatever deity is involved will leave. Anyway, so what I wanted to say is that people need to, in 2022, if you're going to deconstruct, you need to deconstruct what you think God is. As I've always said, I don't need faith to believe in God, even using that broad of a term. It's because I know it exists. The problem is, what Christianity is teaching that is God, in many ways, is flawed and conflated with a brand of what God, Christianity, or the cult of current Christianity feels is acceptable to sell and will bring